Fuck. I'll call the card then. Okay. So, now, I hope you guys will enjoy this stream. I have some music on the background, so that will actually run somewhere in between. But in 3 minutes we are going to start. I'm just closing everything down that I actually need to close down. So funny. I hope everybody is enjoying the 64-bit stuff. Just going to give one tip to everybody. Don't do any redeem actions. They are not going to work. Don't do any toxicity towards the host or towards the streamer that are going to come on the show. Don't talk shit about them. I asked some of my mods to actually be serious on this matter. Most of people who are going to get banned because of those things will be banned until the end of the stream, unless there are more severe cases for this. I don't want to actually start with drama. I don't want to actually go with those things, but I hope you can actually, for once, please, be kind to each other for the show. And I hope after that you can all have fun on the 64-bit game. So yeah, let's see if we are actually on time. We are on time. And there we go. Hope you guys actually enjoy the stream that I tried to create.
Cold-blooded, bring it to whoever want us, and I dare you. One phone call, your block flooded. I move like a lion in a land of gazelles. I prey on the weak and the strong know me well. I'm an equal opportunity destroyer. My legend is colossal. Anything vertical's horizontal. My being is supreme. Competition getting cream. Heartbeat cease when I step up on the scene. I am much more menacing than Edie. I mean, I wipe out a continent before the the sunbeams. I mastered my universe. I am what I dream, and I truly believe to be all you can be. Everything you see on earth, you can't stop me. No, you can't stop me. No, she can't stop me. No, they can't stop me. Stronger than you ever been, bigger than you ever were. I am more significant than everything you see on earth. No, you can't stop me. No, you can't stop me.
Welcome everybody. I'm going to just start with greeting everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm going to need to do some errands first before I actually do, because some people are going to come on cam. But yeah, everybody, thank you for this. Much appreciated. I hope you actually enjoyed the video. We are going to actually add right now the people who are going to join us. So first of all, it's gonna be Darleenko and Proxy. Let me just add one more thing to this. Need to actually get the window capture. Where the fuck is window capture? There we go. That's awesome. Add source. No. Properties. Properties. No. Cancel. Ah, come on. I hate it. Transform. Edit transformation. Left. 500. 400. 300. Then right, also 300. Then up is 300. No, that's too much. 100. 150. And then it is the last one. 300? Nah, 500. Close enough. There we go. That make you a bit bigger, that everybody can see. I'm going to right now add you guys in here. So welcome Darleenko and Proxy TV.
Hello.
Hope you guys are actually enjoying 64-bit, but I'm going to actually go with the first thing of actually letting you guys actually introduce yourselves. Some people already know Darleenko, and some probably already know Proxy. But yeah, an introduction towards the new people of APB. Who are you guys? What did you do in APB? And yeah, just explain yourselves, I would say. Let's start with Darleenko.
Who starts? Oh, hello, man. I'm Darleenko, man. I stream APB for like 3 years now. And I started playing APB, I guess, 2012, something like that. And yeah, that's it.
And Proxy?
And I won 2 tournaments, by the way, just saying.
Yeah, you won 2 tournaments, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Crazy. All right, I'm Proxy, the biggest APB streamer currently. I stream every day. You can catch me on Proxy_TV. I've been playing the game since, I guess, 2009, before its release in closed alpha.
The RTW version.
RTW, closed alpha, let's go.
Wow.
Been winning, I think, 5 tournaments of APB, a part of the legendary clan Brute Force and 8-bit. Been winning every single clan event that's been hosted, and then just retired. So that's me.
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick update on me. I'm TzickyT. I'm trying to be a content creator for the APB community, but I think I fail every day. And yeah, this is what I think that APB needs, a new fresh vision, a talk with old members, and probably also a vision on what new people think about it. And I'm from the clan rankers, so everything that you actually can be here, we're all a ranker. Okay, so the first talks, we are going to talk about APB, of course, and with the announcement of hearing it actually on Summit 1's stream, that Mascot maybe actually gave us a hint that 64-bit or the first phase of the 64-bit was going to be released. It's there. If you want to play it, you can always play it. But I would suggest waiting for the end of the show. We have some awesome guests coming up anyway, and here already. Now, talking about that, we know that Allo had a struggling 4 years of establishment, and there are some questions that I wanted to ask to Allo, sadly enough, but yeah, I didn't have the time to actually contact Allo or doing anything with them. Like, I'm just a human and I can't really do a lot of those things. But now I have actually 2 people who are interested in actually answering some questions that I have actually written down. I hope they will actually answer fairly, and we will see actually how it goes. One of the first questions is probably the biggest question. What are the things that you actually think about Allo, what they did wrong, what they did right to the company for actually getting to the 64-bit? Like, we had already 4 years. What are the steps that you actually thought, okay, this is a good step, this is a bad step, in the right direction or in the wrong direction? I would actually start with Proxy, if that's possible. If you have any ideas about that.
No, not really.
Not
No,
really.
just kidding,
Wow.
just kidding, just kidding.
That was going to be a fast interview. Wow.
No, I think honestly they have done a lot of good, but it's always the bad shit that gets seen. You know, that's what you remember.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty hard thinking back to be like, oh yeah, they did this very well, they did this very well, and blah blah blah. But I mean, they've done a whole lot of bad things, and I don't know. I feel like it's sort of kicking down at them to like start bringing them up, because like we're finally here-ish with the new engine and everything. But you know, there's been some very poor times with them. You know, it's been feeling like they're spending all their time and resources in like different niche products, like these other games that are, I mean,
You're talking about Shut the Fuck
failures.
Up and the other stone things. Or
yeah, those
basically.
projects that seem like a big time sink and money sink that didn't really go anywhere. It didn't seem like they had a vision to go anywhere either. And then we have periods of time where there was very poor communication, the neglection of like the live game, and the unban wave is one thing as well that I'm particularly unhappy about how they handled it.
You want
so yeah,
more, you want to have more structure on the bandwave if it was there, or
I mean, their ban wave that they did, right, where they just said, "Hey, our
Everybody's
previous
upset.
our previous anti-cheat, it's possible to get false positives because I tried and I got a false positive or whatever Matt Scott did, right?"
Mm-hmm.
But there's a whole lot of people that got unbanned there that probably should never have gotten unbanned. So, and a lot of these people also got to like keep their accounts, keep all their stuff, and I'm not so sure that's healthy for a game in the long run, you know, to not having any integrity around your bans. Yeah. But yeah, they've done a lot of good shit too, but it's harder to remember when we've been walking through the mud for so long.
Yeah, I can totally understand. What's your take on it, actually, Darleenko? Like, you're being quiet on this topic.
I mean, I'm just listening. I'm waiting.
Okay, sure. Okay, well, it's now your
All
turn,
right.
I guess.
Well, I would agree with Proxy actually also, but
Is
think
there
they did a
actually
lot of-
something that you actually say, yes, this was good? Like, except the 64-bit
I mean,
that they
the
actually...
weapon chases, for example,
Yes.
which there were some good weapon chases, I have to agree, but there were actually some that were not supposed to be, you know, like the sitting duck nerf. That was just they didn't have to touch it, to be honest. But there were a lot of good stuff they did. with the weapon changes, I would say.
reverted the sitting duck,
They-
right? Or not?
No, it's still nerf.
Like, I know that the
Kinda.
jump shooting actually is still not.
Yeah, that was way before though. That was way before. But what Little Orbit did was they, I think they buffed it. They did like more damage, and then they nerfed it again, and then they buffed it again. I don't know. That just didn't have to be. They could have just left it how it was. It was
Bring back
perfectly
Jump
fine in my
Scout,
opinion.
right?
Okay.
Of course.
Like,
And also another bad thing was that they removed easy anti-cheat, which caused a lot of cheaters to, play like however they want to, and actually play for 3 years without anything happening.
okay.
So
I'm going to
Yeah,
go on the cheater stuff a bit later, so I'm just going to hold you there a bit on like that's I'm just going to do that. Also, there's a question on there later.
yeah,
So
all right.
that goes more in detail on that. But yeah, you guys have good memories and bad memories of both of these things. Okay, then what I actually thought that was important, like the cost of APB, the state that 4 years they actually did a lot of updates and changes. What is the thing that says why would APB or the company sell out the APB brand name, and why would actually this company still be interested in this game while they can actually earn other money in other ways?
You want to start off, Darlene, or should I?
No, man, you start off.
All right, man.
It's all good.
I mean, we don't necessarily know how much APB sold for in the first place. We don't know how much their maintenance cost is. So it's very hard to say like that APB has been a money drain or whatever. If anything, it could have just been a very simple passive income that they've spent minimal effort and resources to try to upgrade to 64-bit so that they can actually, cash in on something bigger.
Like we have also had all those years, like since Corona, we had actually, everybody had actually the same privileges of actually getting the full game, like without actually paying monthly subscription and such. So
I mean, I think the premium thing was definitely the right decision. It didn't make sense to try to like heavily monetize the game when it's at a very poor, like, I don't, it's kind of shit. Like, and why would you try to like get money out of it? You don't really hold customers like that. And a lot of people just stayed in APB due to the customization, and you can't really do any customization without premium. Let's be honest.
yeah, true.
What is it, 25 layer limit and stuff like that? It's very, very hard at least to make anything that looks good. So I think that's just a good idea to not just lose more people than they already lost over the years.
Yeah, understandable. Like I can see some things in there. Definitely. Anything to say on this, Darleenko?
Not
Like-
really.
I know that you're not really.
I
about
completely agree, man.
you completely agree. Like I know that you are not really busy on those things.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was actually more a question for Proxy, to be honest.
What's your opinion on Social District, Darlene?
What do you mean? Social district? I love it. What do you mean?
Yeah,
I mean, I
one of
love
the most
designing
important.
also and all that stuff, but I just don't like the social streamers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's the thing that I don't like about social. That people just sitting there doing nothing. And
To be honest,
You
I
know,
have been
just-
a social streamer for 4 years, also back in the day. So
you've been streaming social,
I've been streaming social 16 hours a day. Back
but
in the
why?
day.
Tell me why though. What's the point of that?
Well, I was mostly in contact with. I was a recruiter, like I was a clan recruiter, and I was actually recruiting clans. I was playing music. I was doing everything that actually now is DMCable. But I was still enjoying like the talks that I was having with people, and I was just streaming it. Like I was literally talking on there, but not really caring about my stream at that time. Like I was streaming for myself.
I think honestly, I don't think APB would exist at all without social, right? Without the ability to like actually customize to the level that the game has, I don't think it would have popped off at all.
I agree.
So
Really.
I really think that they need to focus on more social related things, like I don't know, more limited edition, like clothing or whatever, just stuff, you know.
Yeah, I agree completely. we do need more stuff where we can
More
customize our
content.
characters. Actually,
We just
Or,
need
I
more
don't know,
content
different-
in general. Like, I would like to actually see a new map of APB Reloaded. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, why didn't they actually? Okay, this is probably an answer on the previous thing, but why didn't they actually make Riot in Midtown?
I mean, I think
having-
Riot was a waste of time. I think they should have just aborted that baby like way before spawn. Like, Riot has to be probably the worst thing I've played in the last couple of years or whatever. Riot was terrible, man.
I can understand that Riot was terrible, but
It wasn't that bad. Like the thing is, those kind of stuff just stay like they're fun for like maybe 2 weeks and that's it. They get
Yeah.
boring
It's
after
an
that.
event.
So that was actually completely used.
well, it was something
should've-
that was refreshing in my
They should have
opinion.
They should have got like more like concentrated on other things. I would say instead of doing that stuff.
You spent like 2 years in there or something, I think.
Yeah, imagine 2 years just going for nothing.
Okay, I'm just going to go on to the next question. Like,
Nah, we can stay here. Like, we can talk more about it.
yeah,
It's the same shit. yeah.
sure. Okay, I was going to talk about actually cheaters, but if you want to actually talk about further those
spicy.
things,
That's a big topic.
I'm ready for that.
Like,
I feel like
do
the
you
shit-
want or do you want to actually to keep it as last, like the last question?
I want to
like,
save it
for
to
that.
last.
Yeah,
Save it to
Right?
last.
Yeah.
Okay, like I know this is not going to be the biggest stream there is. Like you guys need to have time, and I have also some other people coming up next.
Just add
to
them in
actually
here,
talk
man.
about
Look,
stuff.
the other guy. What Pawn wants to join here.
I don't want to actually start this actually in a beef.
I'm not gonna beef, man. I'm gonna be friendly to him. What do you mean?
Okay.
I'm
Fine, it might.
If Pound
It might be
wants
too
to
much.
actually join in, I'll let him.
Me and
but
Pound
I'll-
used to work out
it's
together,
going
man. What do you
to not. Yeah, I'm not going to actually keep him in here very long. Like, if he wants, he just needs to actually contact me.
Pound, contact him.
Cool.
If not,
Can I-
I'm not going to do anything about it. Like, I don't want to actually make any beefs. I don't want to actually have any issues. And
There's not gonna be any beef, man. Don't worry. We're
Thanks.
just talking about the PB.
Yeah, I got you, though, bro.
I understand. I know also some other stuff. Yeah, I get it. No worries. But he just needs to
I
contact me.
see one thing that you wrote up in the questions that you sent, and it was like, let's see here, maybe NFTs or something.
Yeah, I was actually wondering towards Allo, because they were working on the Shut the Fuck Up game with NFTs and stuff. What would actually your take or you guys' take be if you could actually create your own NFTs and try to actually publish them inside APB Reloaded?
Here's the thing, for me, it's dog shit, right? He said it as a way to like, maybe you can make money, like IRL money from APB and stuff. And I think, honestly, it's not what the game needs. The game needs just a healthy economy so that people like spend their time and money within the game and stuff. I think the rewards should be within the game to not complicate things. I mean, like NFTs just opens up so much like more issues of like money laundering, like payouts to people can be really fucking like, it's a huge project that should not be undertaken. And I hope that Matt Scott has like learned a lesson from the SDFU game, where they basically got a rug pulled out of their other project. And like I feel like and hope that Matt Scott has learned his lesson that NFT is probably not the way forward. But that's just my take on it.
Oh damn, Proxy disappeared, man. What the hell?
Okay.
Zicky, you're showing private messages. Just saying.
What the hell? Oh, fuck.
Screen capture,
Give me a
let's
sec,
go.
give me a sec. I hate this so bad. Like, I had a topic and I just click without thinking. My bad.
Good.
Doesn't matter. Sorry about leaking
Like-
DMs.
Instead of a project to do like make NFTs out of like APB customizable stuff,
Yes.
I feel like they should put their focus on like making the actual marketplace usable. Because like right now, if you're a person that wants to sell like your stuff, Let's take symbols, for instance. Like, if
Would
wanna
you
sell-
say there would be a need of things that need a fixed price in the
No,
market?
it's not even that. It's just like, if I want to sell one symbol, for instance, I
Yes.
need to first make a copy, make sure that I have inventory space for it. And then I need to go down the list that doesn't have any thumbnails, and then find it, and then input the price. And then if it sells, yay, I need to then go and put it back up. If it doesn't sell, I have it in my inbox the day after, and I have to make another copy and upload it every single day. And imagine doing that if I have 20 symbols that I want to sell. I need to do that 20 times every single day to sell my stuff. It's just not like, they don't have the tools to make an actual market around things within APB. The only way to market your stuff is outside of APB. There's no like marketplace that you could like search for the name and then like apb.social, for instance. You can see exactly like what you're buying. There's no previews in the game that are like functioning.
Okay.
Focus on having a proper market system first before like even thinking about anything else when it comes to that stuff.
Actually, I never thought about it. I mean, I'm not really into that stuff, I guess. That's why I'm not really selling any shit stuff. So
It's the most annoying shit ever.
really, I don't know.
To be honest, I have not really digging into NFTs and stuff. Like, it's something that came up on Matt Scott's.
I would say NFTs
Stuff.
are completely just bullshit all either. For APB, just like, I don't think they need
To be honest,
stuff
I'm
like
not
that.
really a fan of them, but it's an existence that exists. So Matt Scott
Make the
talked about
game
it,
better.
so
That's it.
yeah. Make the game
That's all we
better. Well,
I agree. I
I
think they
feel
should
like
make
the
the game
company
better.
needs to actually earn some money too, if they actually make the game better, right? Like, I think that's also fair.
There's
to
not
actually
gonna,
see
yeah,
that.
there's not gonna be any need for NFTs or any other shit if we have a proper anti-cheat, proper game, proper game content. That's all that game needs to, nothing else.
Well, let's be honest. All of the other changes that we could potentially talk about, like epic, cool stuff they could add to the game, none of it matters if we don't have a proper anti-cheat, right?
I agree completely.
Okay, then I'm just going to actually ask the question. Like, you can actually have it too. So the cheater aspect, Battle Life versus Easy Anti-Cheat. What is you guys' vision in the cheater business right now? Will they succeed in creating more havoc towards the game? Or will the company take better measurements with actually adding the easy anti-cheat? Like, what I've actually seen from cheats that are available towards other people, like what I heard from Ryu and what I heard from other persons in that matter. I don't really think that easy anti-cheat is going to block certain cheats that are right now.
I mean, it's gonna do way better than Battle Life for sure. I mean, were you playing at the time when Easy Anti-Cheat was released?
Yes.
Did you see any raid cheaters that were max rank going for through like 5-6 months? I mean, for
Not
myself,
that
I didn't
much.
see any.
I don't really think that there were a lot. Like, I thought,
Like, there were
I
none
saw
almost.
some.
There were none. They maybe like cheated for like a week or so, and then they were gone. You didn't see them anymore, and you didn't see
Okay.
any max rank speed hackers running around. And
Like, I have
doing all
so
that bull-
less information about actually cheaters and stuff.
So, like, I
I'm
think,
going
in
to
my
actually
opinion,
put that there.
Easy Anti-Cheat is gonna save PvP. If it's gonna work like it used to work before, then like that thing is gonna at least clean the game 80%. I would.
Okay.
Like, you saw what happened when they removed Easy Anti-Cheat. All these people came back. All the cheaters came back. They were going for straight,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
see
know,
it
1-2
constantly on the
years.
clips and some
And
even
the game
streaming,
was
so.
completely dying because of that.
Okay.
It died because of that, actually, almost.
It
Yep.
died because of that. Like, it died already in 2016, to be fair.
I mean, it was a slowly dying, right? But
Yeah.
when they stopped like paying for their EAC license, pretty much, that's what happened, right? They were like,
Yeah,
no, we
exactly.
can't have the back-end implementation, then we're not going to pay the full price. So that's whole thing, right? But
And I
honestly,
think adding... Well, sorry, continue.
I don't think like these rage spin bots, like rage hacking, they're not really the main issue for me, at least. I think closeting and stuff like
I agree.
that is the biggest issue. You
Yep.
need something that is competent enough to catch these cases, because like a spin botter every now and then, if you get a mission versus a spin botter, it's like, okay, cool, I'll just D&D or whatever, you know. But
I agree also.
having an underlying mistrust against the anti-cheat because you know that there are so many people that are closeting. It just creates an environment where more people will start closeting, right? Because
Okay.
if everyone thinks everyone's cheating, like if people with lower integrity, lower IQ or whatever will suddenly like jump on the bandwagon and be like, all right, it's just a small advantage, right? And then slippery slope, I guess. I don't know.
So before we actually, I don't know if the ease on touch cheat is right now already implemented.
No,
but do you think that from what we actually experienced in the run of the years, that we have seen an increase or decrease in actually that group?
So that's depends on how you would want to quantify it. Like if you want to say actual amount of cheaters, probably lower, but that's because the pop is lower, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true. I really can't actually say more about the anti-cheat.
I want to
But
say
is
one
it-
thing also. I agree with Proxy that the biggest problem we have right now is like actually the cheaters, the closer cheaters, not the rate cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're gonna get rid of those people, then I think the game is gonna be fine completely. Like I really don't give a shit about people that are rate cheating, speed hacking, and all that stuff. It's more like those people that are closeting, pretending to be some big ass gamers, which they're not completely. And you know, I would say yeah, those people have to be gone.
Then I have one more thing, something that actually just popped in my head. Where do you draw the line of actually cheaters?
I mean, here's the thing, right? Putting a crosshair on your monitor would like some monitor, like any way you do it. It's not cheating to me, right?
Yeah.
But it should be a tool that's already available in the game, so you don't have to do dumb
Okay.
shit or whatever.
What do you think about macroing though, Proxy?
Macroing is something that you can't necessarily stop or properly detect.
Would you say that's
So,
cheating or not?
I would say it's borderlining on cheating, but here's the thing. There's other games that had issues with macroing that have found creative solutions to it. I think currently the only reason why macroing is bad is because there's no punishment of like go shooting max cylindric rate, right? You can shoot max fire rate. There's no
Yes.
punishment to it. There should be more bloom. It should have like some bloom cap out. It should be more strategic with when you want to like shoot faster and stuff. If you take an example of Team Fortress 2, the pistol in that game, everyone macroed it. Every single person like macroed it, even in competitive settings or whatever. And the Thief 2 devs, Valve, they were like, okay, we see that as an issue. What do we do? Well, we just made it full auto. You just hold down, you know, make it an even playing field for everyone. If there is no benefit to shooting slower, then yeah, of course, everyone's going to do max fire rate all the time. And that's an issue. So I think instead of like trying to like ban people from macroing back and forth, there should be more intelligent solution to it rather than just banning or saying it's allowed or not. There should be tooling within the game already.
That's actually an interesting take on that.
Okay.
I would actually say, like, definitely, like macroing is something that is not easy to actually ban against, I think. But in my vision, if I actually have it correctly, a person can never do actually the exact same triggers. Like, you are going to actually fault on a trigger. It's never going to be the same. Yeah. How do you say
Here's the thing. You have the consistency. If you're macroing your FPW, let's take,
Yes.
or 45, whatever, you have the consistency and you have like the confidence that you will never miss that cylindric rate. You will not misfire, right?
Yes.
And that is an unfair advantage to someone who doesn't use it. So yeah, it is cheating, right? It's an unfair advantage, but it's undetectable and it's like it's one of the more trivial things in the game, I think.
I would say macroing actually kind of fucks you up yourself. You get way more ghost shots with macroing, I would say. It's like not really, I wouldn't say it's that insanely helpful to people, because you do get, I think, a lot of ghost shots by doing that shit, and I just don't think it's really cheating.
Then I have actually another question. That is the other one. What if native becomes the norm? Like, we know that configs are right now a rule and a standard for a lot of the players that are actually veterans. But what if you just need to actually play on vanilla?
I would be fine with that.
Like, I can see a lot of people having issues with that. I've seen already some people stream with bad graphics and stuff, and configs change. But what if the game says, okay, we're all vanilla. Okay, we have the full running and all the things that needs to actually change, but we go full vanilla. You have only one way to actually play this with one sort of graphics and stuff.
You want to drop your hot take first, Dino?
I wouldn't, to be honest, I wouldn't really care. Like, I can play with configs or without configs. It doesn't change anything for me. The only reason why I was playing with configs is because everyone else does it, and it's, it does give you some advantages, of course. But for me, I don't think I would have problems playing vanilla also. So I'm completely fine with that.
I don't think. Here's the thing: configs came from a place where people had problems running the old game, right?
Yes.
And also settings like always sprint. It should just be a fucking setting in game. Like, it's beyond me that it's not. It's like a 1 or max 2 day thing to just implement crouch toggle, always sprint. It's ridiculously easy. These things should be in the game. You shouldn't have to do any config edits to do it, like, at all. And then when it comes to actually running the game, yeah, that was an issue for a lot of people in the last engine, but I don't think you have an excuse to do that this engine. So I don't think they should allow configs at all. Everything should be available in game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but removing smoke and this kind of stuff, they can't really have that stuff in game.
Yeah, no, I don't think you should be able to remove the smoke either. That's borderlining on getting an unfair advantage and all of that. And like, sure, I understand the whole concept of like, yeah, you want to customize your game to make it as suited to you or whatever. It's bullshit. Like, no other game does this. No other game has that issue. Like, just lock it down and have the options like in the actual game menus for the things that they want to have enabled. You shouldn't have to go have external programs and files to run the game the way you want it. It's scuffed. Like, I prefer low-res textures on like the world. I love the clean look. It's like flashbacks to old Quake days, just simple textures everywhere.
I remember Quake.
It's like full focus mode, but I'd be willing to give that up to have like a proper game that doesn't have configs that could potentially be used for malicious intent.
I see. For me, it's actually, I want to just stream on quality. Like, I want to actually try to promote the game that I actually love. So that's why I actually am a person who actually have, you know that Darleenko, probably Proxy also knows that I was a person who hated everything what was actually done outside the game. Like, if you were middling in stuff that, the programming stuff, like, I didn't want to actually touch those kind of things. So yeah, that's basically what I had for questions for you guys. If you want to actually ask each other some questions, you can ask. So,
what's your question for me, man?
Me? I don't have any questions actually.
Oh, wow.
Do you have any? Proxy, you have for sure any. Come on, man.
Ooh, let me read let me read my DMs here first.
Oh, holy shit! Let's go.
Oh no.
Okay, I
Where's
can't
Pound?
say that.
I'm still waiting for Pound.
Can't say that on
I have
stream.
not had any
not read you anything?
message yet.
I'm disappointed, Pound. Actually disappointed.
I don't want to actually. I'm just going to check.
Well, I have a quick thing actually
I got
that
a
I
message from.
I messaged you. He messaged you. What do you mean?
I didn't get any message.
Did he message me? No, I didn't message.
I did not get any message.
have a quick thing that's noted down here about Shido's situation, and it's a thing that during G1 days they used to ban people that were deliberately teaming with cheaters.
Yes.
Like, if they kept doing that, they got banned. I'm not sure there is such a policy or that it's being enforced anymore, but I guess it's really hard to enforce something like that. But
You're leaking stuff, Zicky.
you agree with it?
Again? Ah, seriously, why? Like, I'm checking my messages if Pound actually did something. I hate this. I'm sorry, Pound.
Okay, Proxy, continue. Come on.
No, but like, it's very hard to enforce, I guess, to like prove that you're deliberately teaming with cheaters and stuff. But I think that
I
there
cannot
should
watch.
be some sort of consequence.
Seriously.
Like, there should be consequences to association to some extent.
Just give me 1 sec. I'm just going to check what Pound said.
Dude, drag him in here for all I care. That'd be sick.
Yeah, just get him
Right.
in here, man.
I didn't get any message on Twitter either. Oh, you're in here with it watching. Okay. Do you want Pound? Do you want to actually just join this call or not? Just message me on Discord if possible.
He said yes, I promise.
He agreed. Then I'm going to add him. I'm sorry. I'm with Gordo. If you can bring him in also. I can bring you two also in. Sure. I'm going. Give me a sec. So
Can we get Jimmy in
Foursome.
here also?
No.
Jimmy's a famous APB
No.
gamer. What?
only those four. Like, I'm not going to do more people.
Okay, Jimmy, sorry.
Look. Fair
I
enough.
tried my best, look.
Like. Add. Give me a sec. I'm adding Gordo also. I just don't want to have this actually in a fight. Like,
We're not gonna fight. What do you mean?
Gordo is
Chill,
also
man,
added.
chill.
Hello.
Poundy, what's up?
Hello.
Yeah, how's it going?
How are you doing, man?
There we go. Welcome, Pound. If you want to actually say something about yourself, just do so. If you want to come on cam, I can actually add you on cam. It's just
My
going to
cam's
take
on my
me-
streaming computer, so
Oh,
it's not
okay.
gonna really work out.
It's good.
Did you get Gordo in?
Gordo
I'm
is
here.
in here, yes.
Hey Gordo, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
How's the
Pound,
wife?
if you want to actually... Oh, sorry. If you want to actually explain yourself, who you are to the community, probably a lot of people know you. There's also probably some other people who are actually new. Maybe they're interested in actually getting to know you.
Do I get to brag about my accomplishments too?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right. I've got over 5,000 hours in streaming APB. So that means I have more hours than everybody in this phone call combined.
Holy shit, dude.
How many in Action District?
Well, does it really matter? I'm sure it's not as cool. It's not as cool as sitting there with potato graphics, listening to cheesy techno music. I mean, what do you have like your Casio keyboard set on demo 3?
It's just a question, man. No need to pop off.
No, I think I do need to pop off because that was a shot at me. You
Yeah,
want to rip
right.
off my emotes? That's fine. If I looked like you and had to look at someone like me,
Wait.
I'd do the same thing.
My
All right.
emotes.
All right, I get it. I get it.
Wait, are we having drama
Those
already?
who can't
Yeah, I think so.
admire me,
Shit,
right?
dude. I'm not in
So
there. Wait, I wanna be...
wait. What is your issue
Alright.
with people streaming and social?
I haven't said that I have any. I stream a lot of social.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
I'm
one of the top
talking
sympathy centers in the
Darleenko.
EU.
It's not showing up.
Okay.
Who's
Oh,
talking.
sorry, bro,
So
sorry.
I'm aiming
I'm
at
sorry.
Darleenko.
Wait, what?
Just give me a
This
second.
is aimed at Darleenko. What's your issue with people streaming and social?
I don't have any issue, man.
I just.
What do you mean?
at the beginning,
I
you
actually
start off
support
the stream
social
with this
streamers.
stuff.
The thing is, we do need social streamers. We do need gamers also, that play districts.
Okay, then what was your shot at social streamers? Do you think I'm stupid that you guys were like, hey guys, you would take a
No,
shot at
man.
Pound.
No, Poundy, come on.
She's
I'm
banter,
Darleenko,
dude.
represent. I mean, come on
She's
now. You're taking a
banter.
shot at me.
Why are you
You're
hating me,
taking a
Pound?
shot at me.
I support you actually. What do you mean?
Yeah, you ripped me off. There's a difference between stealing from me and fucking supporting me.
Why did I steal from you?
The
Your
first.
emotes, buddy?
I didn't make them, bro. Come on.
Oh, okay. So if I put a fucking penis Someone makes you a giant cock, you're gonna if they
hell
gave it
yeah.
to you, said, "Hey, make an emote out of this," you're gonna do it?
Sorry. Can we please refrain from actually
Yeah. So
talking about
what
those
is your
things?
issue with social streamers?
Oh, the thing is, look, Pound. Like the thing is, I watched you. I watched you sitting in social streaming, but like I just wanna see you playing also. I would be more interested in seeing you playing.
What are you worried about? What I do in my stream? I don't give a
I
flying
care
fuck what
about you,
do
bro.
in
I
yours.
care about you.
No, you don't, buddy.
Yes,
Listen,
I
there's
do, man.
enough.
I actually like your
there's-
streams, but I would
No,
also
there's
like to
enough
see you.
people with Play-Doh graphics
They're
with
boring,
cheesy
man.
fucking techno music saying,
Yes,
"Bro,
I agree. They're
what's
boring.
up, bro?" There's enough of that. Does APB really need another streamer doing that? Bro,
That's why I want to see you playing some missions, dude. That would be actually fun to watch. I agree.
If you were such a fan of my stream, you've seen me. Like I said, I've got over 5,000 hours. But then again, if you were watching my stream, you probably only saw me getting team killed, right? In Greed.
I mean, yes, but the thing is, like, yeah, but I get team killed also, But just keep
no,
playing.
there is
Why do you
no.
care?
No.
Yeah, you probably. The thing is, you probably get team killed more because you give them reactions. You react to that.
See, the reason I get team killed so much, right? It's simply because I don't have my tongue up the community's butthole.
You really think that's why?
You guys all, it's like high school again.
No,
Wait,
do you think that's why?
all sick. It is like a roach motel.
Hold on. You just gonna monologue and not have a conversation?
You all seek each other's validation. I don't seek anyone's
Listen,
validation. Why
me and
would
Darleenko,
anybody?
probably one of the worst enemies.
Why would anybody give a flying fuck what the trashy player does in his stream?
Dude, are you like having a schizo around? What's happening? Have a conversation.
No, I'm
man.
just
Relax.
asking you. You're worried about. Oh, are you saying it's because I react? I don't think you were even playing. When did you start playing this game? When did you start streaming? We'll start with streaming.
You're talking to me?
Me or?
I'm talking to Darleenko. When did you start streaming?
Probably 2-3 years ago.
Okay, so you didn't see the first 2 years. I started in 2018, prior to Little Orbit. I was just some little streamer minding my own business who had some weird idea that I was going to try to keep the game I love alive. And then I spent like 3 months getting team killed, constantly stream snipe, team killed. And I laughed it off. Ho, 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 ho. It's funny. Ho, 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 ho. Right? And it got worse because I figure I was the new guy. I was just going to be the new guy and they'll get bored with me and they'll move on. Well, guess what? They didn't.
Holy shit, that's a victim. Holy shit, bro.
No,
honestly, I think it's actually because of reactions.
I had to make a decision. See, you weren't here for this. You weren't even playing the game.
Me?
So I had to make a decision. Do I go play another game or do I work it? Do I hustle it? And I decided to hustle it. So what you may think it was me getting reactions, it was a hustle. You understand? I made thousands of dollars off of sweaty people donating money to me to tell them to tell me that I slept with my mom.
What the fuck?
That's how sick these people are. I was telling them to
all the way to
themselves for free.
Just laugh all the way to the bank, man. Who cares?
I did. But this problem is during all this, do you know what's the one thing it does? It makes the game look like shit. That's the problem. It makes the game look like shit.
I wouldn't say the entire PR of APB relies around your stream and your personal.
No, it's not me. Well, first of all, yeah, because I brought more people to the game than everyone else combined. That's why.
Do you really think that's true?
That's 100% true.
You're not even the top 3 streamers.
Can I say one
listen
thing?
to me.
You're not even top 3 streamers of APB, so why are you talking?
To me. Listen, look at all the streamers. When they stream other games, their viewership plummets. Why? Because their viewership revolves around the community. Those people are already players. Go look at my stats. I'm across the board. I was bringing people who don't watch APB, who don't play APB to the game. All the other streamers.
What's your Twitch?
Can I say one thing? That's literally what Bilal said also, though. That's like, I don't know why you guys sound the same pretty much. But
Okay.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying that's literally what Bilal said also. He was saying that he brought people to APB. He was saying,
look at the numbers. It's
that's
funny
literally what he said also. Don't be Bilal. Come on, man.
When other streamers leave APB, when other streamers go play another game, they plummet. Look at me. I leave APB, I make partner.
Congrats on
Is
that.
that a coincidence?
What's
Did
your
I make
point?
partner off the back of the APB community? No,
No.
I
But
made
what's your
partner
point?
off of people. The point is, it looks bad for the game, just like potato graphics look bad for the game. You're trying to sell an archaic game. The game is old to begin with. And guess what? You're running around with potato graphics that make the game look like 1997.
And have you seen professional CSGO players?
I'm sorry that I'm muting this. This is just how the APB community gets into a fight. I wanted to prevent this, but some people had to actually come in and call some people out. I'm just saying that in this moment. I'm fucking tired of this. Just letting you guys know.
Situation.
It will
CS:GO
inherently
isn't
look
in this
worse. But you
situation.
can also talk over me while I'm trying to explain it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
so you don't learn. So when you're looking at people who are trying to reach like the top percentage in terms of like performance in the game, you will see the same consistent thing. They will have their settings on the lowest because they want the highest FPS and everything. And a lot of the people are like used to playing in the same resolutions for years and years and years, which is usually like the shittiest stretched low res, and especially in APB because the perceived recoil is lower. So inherently it will look worse. But that doesn't mean that like these professional CSGO players are like making CSGO look bad. Like that's not even a thing.
Is CS:GO average under 200 players?
Of course not. But that's what we're
Okay,
talking about.
then it's a different situation. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. But when you're in a game that's on the verge of being shut down, and when the owner of the company tells you he's thought about shutting down the game, you should be worried. You should be
That's when
concerned.
you should start. Oh no, to conflict. You don't think there's bigger issues at hand on why this?
Oh, there's a
even-
lot of big issues, and the Kempfigs are one. And I said it earlier on my stream earlier. I said one day, Matt Scott is gonna fucking grow a pair of balls, put a codpiece on over his codpiece, and he's gonna ban those INIs. And I live to see the day when everyone's crying over it. They can't. You get a
realize-
64-bit system. You guys got 64 bits. And what
Hell yeah.
happens? You guys are so sweaty, no one wanted to play it. Oh, my ping's too high. My ping's too high. Give me a break. You got it. Even when you did play it, you guys put potato graphics.
That was like
You
trying
got-
to play the. Wait, oh, relax, dude. So, people like, from my understanding, to the people I've talked to, of course, they don't want to play with 200 ping, but it's also like there's not a whole lot of
200.
people. There's not a whole lot of people that were playing the beta. So, being in an
Why?
empty district with like 20 other people, you would only like play the same people over and over and over again. So people
Why
were
were there
still
not
on the
more
live
people
game
playing
because the
the
game's
beta?
fucking dead. The game's fucking
Oh.
dead. That's why.
Why weren't all these people? You get the beta, you get 64-bit. You bitch about performance. You guys say, "Oh my god, I put my potato graphics. I do the INI figures because I need performance." Yet, right there, sitting at your feet, is a 64-bit option, and you guys go back to your little
Nobody
shitty
wants
shit box
to-
of a game.
Nobody
But
wants to
that's-
play the game because they only want to actually play on their own accounts with their own characters, and that's about it. They don't want to actually play on a version that they want to actually play on with good graphics and stuff. Like, they only want to play on shit graphics. That's
Instead of
how it
helping
is.
Little Orbit do what they need to do to launch the 64-bit.
It's not anyone's like nobody has to do it. They're not forced to do it. People are
I
playing.
know,
maybe
but
because
all
they-
this whining, we
want
love the
to.
game. This is the game. But you guys can't do a simple
Who's
thing.
whining?
Play.
Wait, who-
everybody did. I checked all these streams and I looked.
Everybody?
Is anybody playing 64-bit? No.
Was I crying? I don't remember.
They're all
Yeah.
they're all just playing the normal game. Instead of helping Little Orbit do what needs to be done so you can launch the 64-bit. A bunch of people who were crying for the past 5 years about no engine, bad performance, swearing up and down that they use potato graphics. Why? Because they need performance, and right there at their feet, handed to
Yeah.
them is the option to have a better performance experience, and they choose not to.
That's
Can
the
I
thing,
know
though. It's
what
not a
Gordo is? My name, his opinion is about it.
Yeah, shoot your shot, bro. Come on, little bro.
Like, he's just saying nothing. Like, I'm actually curious on what his take is on it.
Is my mic on?
Yeah, it is on. Like, you can talk. I'm sorry that I'm disturbing two people who are actually in the conversation.
Oh no,
I'm just curious.
Well, wow, that was an exchange. That was good. I, just sitting back and listening to all this, I would say that I've never spoken with Proxy, and I'm pretty refreshed by what he's saying. I think he shares a lot of good, positive views. I like the ideas. First of all, that Zicky, you're doing something here that's neutral to the community, where people are coming together to talk about this thing. And number two, it is refreshing to hear some people say that there is life in the game and that it can go forward. And here's some logical steps. It's also good that Little Orbit has, besides the fact that they have a tendency to completely disappear on the community for a year and then come back, the stuff that they are talking about doing now seems very doable for them, very reasonable and achievable and effective. So all that said,
5 years.
I know
it's
it's
64-bit.
I think that I think there's a lot. There's a lot around that, and it's a bit of misguided direction there. The game is so complicated. I wish it wasn't so complicated from a code base to maintain and pick up.
But
and
how
all
do you
that.
not know that? When you
I
buy
know.
a car, do you not look under the hood, give it a test drive to see what you're buying?
Nope.
I think you're right, but I think that has to do with the purchase price of the product, where it's kind of like, will you guys just take over payments for the hosting and you can have APB?
I want you to think about something. It's like going to be 5 years that Little Orbit purchased the game. How long ago did G1 buy it? So didn't G1 have it for 7 or 8 years?
The vision that I actually have on it is Allo came into this game just buying it and actually not knowing what the code was.
How do you not do that? Who does that? Who buys something without checking it out first?
That's what I actually always
heard.
heard. So, like, we also saw that, okay, they were not capable of actually updating this game for all this time. They didn't even know what they were getting into. The code was actually so much of a mess, or the issues with the game were so much of a mess that they didn't even thought doing this would actually help.
Yeah, I think you're right, and getting
like
it to 64
for me,
bit
okay,
is
Rome
huge.
is not built in a day. That's something I actually always have said. Like, a game you cannot build in a day.
A half a decade, 2 years less than G1. Think about it. They're almost at the point, a couple years away, of owning the game as long as G1 has.
Yeah, but didn't G1 actually have people from RTW in their team? And Allo doesn't have any.
Well, didn't LO have people from G1?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so the stuff, from my understanding, a lot of the stuff was transferred over. But the reason, from my understanding, when I've talked to people that have both been employed by I actually can't say who and what. Anyway, there's a lot of promises and like, hey, we're still in like transition period into this new engine. There's a lot of promises, like it shouldn't be that much. So from my understanding, this was a bit sketchy of a handover for the new product, so like APB being handed over to LO. So it's not like they've just been sitting on their hands. But what's kind of funny is it's taken them longer to port the game, I think, than it actually took them to make the game in the first place.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
funny. I gotta give you credit for that one. That is pretty fucking funny.
It's brutal, but to have it at least, in a position where the game can still be deployed through Steam, because the age of just core underpinnings, the operating systems and everything have migrated, and this thing has stayed in a very, very
I think that's
old
just
situation.
an add-on. Like, it's an add-on, and it didn't change that add-on.
Think about something. Little Orbit, most of the stuff they've rolled out was created by G1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Think
Right,
about that.
right.
A lot of the things from G1 as well were basically things that they cut from R2W or things that were already assets in R2W that weren't
The
used.
Gal was something new from G1 itself, I thought.
I think so. Yeah. And it's one of the most overpowered cars in the game, so it's we have that going
I
for
never
us.
actually liked it, but okay.
I will say, I do have, it's not fair to come into a conversation like this and not say that I don't have direct contact with Little Orbit, and I do have disclosure with them that there's some things that I know that I can't talk about. But what I can say is that there are a lot of good things that are happening, but to what you're saying, Pound, yeah, it's probably 4 years late in happening. You know what I mean? I think there's good things coming. I think there's some big things coming.
I think there might be the end coming.
And yeah, right.
That's just
it's
speculation if it's the end or a new beginning. Like, for me,
Here's the thing.
okay, I was hyped for the 64-bit. Like, if you saw my previous stream with the maintained stuff and seeing actually that the 1.30 update was actually with the live version, yeah, I was hyped. Like, I was actually laughing my ass off. I was happy for the first time since 2014 or 2013.
But the game that we have right now in 64-bit is just an inferior version to the previous engine one. Except for, of course, you have a more stable FPS and all that. But there's no way that they would just like cancel it now after all these years when they finally get live. Like, I don't think it's the end of APB.
Yeah.
One thing that I think is probably very unhealthy for the game right now is that they've like sort of soft launched the new engine and everything. But I think they need to do like an APB reloaded type of deal, right? Where they like have map balances and they have gun balance, maybe some more content, and do an actual rollout to get people interested. Because we peaked at like 600, 700 people online today, but it's the same shitty game though. So how many of these people are actually going to stay around if there's not like new things? There's an actual improvement. Like, sure, we got the foundations to build on now, but it's just foundation.
You're absolutely right. And then that requires that whole financial long haul to get it to the next stage, like we should have seen a long time ago. You know, I will say that in this, I wanted to mention that in this compile of the 64-bit, there are a few things that did get enabled, especially for 64-bit video, that made a dramatic difference in lighting, which the lighting in this game has always been just programmatically incorrect. And it looks like it might have corrected some of that. And it has translucency and gradients to smoke and stuff like that. So it's very cool. I love seeing that. You know, I'm a big person that I also agree that no config files should be edited, that it's a drop-down box in order to get your graphic settings. I also agree with what you're saying too about, please add crouch and all that kind of stuff that games should have. So
how about loadouts?
Get in it.
How do you have a game in 2023 without loadouts?
Right.
It's the most like easiest thing I think for them to have like as a new premium feature, right? Imagine just being swap loadouts, ease clap, like that would be the best thing as a premium feature because it's
right.
You can still do it normally, but it's just so much easier, and that's what premium should be in games, right? It should be like quality of life improvements usually. It shouldn't be direct power. It shouldn't be that you get more money from missions and more standing. I think that's kind of a dated way of thinking about monetizing your games.
Yeah.
Would APB still be at this damn age have a possibility to actually survive? In your opinion?
I mean,
if you just look at the core mechanics and how the game is actually represented right now, would it still have the opportunity to actually be something? Like, that's probably the biggest question that we have. We have only probably 500 accounts, or maybe around 800 accounts that's played daily in total. Like, would there some people be interested in
There's no game like it, right? Though, so there's nothing to like really replace your APB fix. There's literally nothing even close to the gameplay. So I feel
agree.
like the real work for LO starts now, when they can actually start working on the game and make it into something that doesn't feel like 2010.
There you go.
Do you think that's a priority? Do you honestly think that this is a priority to them with all their other projects? The projects that make money.
Which project other than APB makes money?
He said, this is coming from Matt Scott. Now, I like Matt Scott. I want everybody to know. I like Matt Scott. I think he's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think LO is trash. All right?
You haven't made a single game that is like an actual real game. If you look at their
I'm just telling
portfolio,
you, he said himself that the other projects that he's done is what funds APB. So that means
Shut the fuck up
that
brought some money, I think.
No. Shut the fuck up has lost money. All their other project has lost money from like their
going off
recent
of what he
mother.
said. I'm going off of what he said.
Exactly. And he said here they're past games, right? So that's the thing. They have gotten so much money off their old games that are I wouldn't really call them games. If you look up their portfolio, it's reskins and a worse version of other games that they've made. It's not a pretty sight if you look up their portfolio.
Barbie, Kung Fu Panda and stuff.
Yeah, it's Kung Fu Panda and shit. Like it's
Barbie.
branded
Don't
games.
forget Barbie. That's my favorite.
Exactly. That's the whole point, right? It's branded games, so they're probably cashing in from just the brand, because the game itself isn't a real game. So they haven't
I'm
really
going off of
produced
what he
anything.
said. This is what he said. He said that the other projects that he's been working on, because he's spent like a year away or something, that those other products were what was funding the work on APB. That's what he said. Whether it's true, bullshit, I don't know, but that's what he said. That was out of his mouth.
Yeah, but I don't think they have any other live service game, right? That is actually.
Unsung
I don't
Story?
think.
Does Unsung Story
really
also
doubt-
have an online version?
I really doubt their other projects are making money. Like I think it's their maybe Unsung, because that was kickstarted, right? So there's
Yes.
no capital cost up front for them.
And I thought, with the NFTs, because he went on streams with the NFT and stuff, or group of the Shut the Fuck Up game, Ships That Fly on the Ground or something. But he lost a lot of money because of a lawsuit on that. So I have no idea if there is actually some money that he actually gained out of it, or is gaining out of that game.
Is this another lawsuit? Because then wasn't there a previous lawsuit?
No, there was only one lawsuit I read.
Okay, counsel.
There was only one lawsuit, and that was with the previous owner of the game, of the Ships That Fly on the Ground game.
Yeah, I'm not too invested in what lawsuit happened where or whatever.
I don't know about any other. It's possible that they had another, but that's probably already from a later date. So yeah, at a certain point it was quite okay.
Just going off of what he said. This is what he says. And you've already stated that he thought about shutting down the game.
He
considered that.
Okay, he stated on shutting down the game. That's what he said in the AMA. But after seeing, he didn't want to actually shut it down because he thought he was not going to be able to put it back up. So there were thoughts that he was going to work on it, but on his own time. The same thing that he was going to do with Fallen Earth. He shut that game down, and then he just uploaded that game again. He was going to do the same thing.
How did Fallen Earth work out?
Exactly.
It got actually a very big boost when it actually fired up again.
Yeah, it went
So
from
it's up
5
to
to
30
10.
people playing?
5 to 10, man.
5 to 10?
It had 200 people on launch, and then it went to maybe 5 to 20 people still playing right now.
Yeah, so I doubt like projects like that, these side projects are like actually generating any money. Like I don't see the appeal in them. I don't know.
Well, even if he does, let's just say, okay, Matt Scott doesn't understand what makes APB magical. Now,
He
people
doesn't
may
play
think
the
I
games.
hate the game. Yeah, he doesn't understand. And there's various decisions he's made on a business level and on a dev level that are bad. Okay, let's say riot mode. We all admit that's crap, right? When they
Awful.
announced what riot mode was, I tweeted him. I replied to his tweet saying that the player base is gonna hate this game because it's too much like BR, and outsiders aren't gonna come play it because it's not enough like BR. All right? That in itself, he made a hybrid. Okay? He guaranteed that nobody likes the game. But the problem is, what's the one feature, the one thing about APB that even its haters, all the bad reviews, what's the one thing about the game that people admit is the strength of the game? That nobody does it better. The customization. What does he do? He puts out a game mode that's supposed to track players where you wear hazmat suits, covering up the number one quality and strength of the game.
Yeah, that was very bad.
That's the type of stuff. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. Muting themes. He did implement a universal mute on the themes, right? You could activate that, right?
Yep.
Okay, think about that. That's another thing. Do themes aggravate me sometimes? Yes. But guess what? That's something that other games don't have that's unique to APB.
Yeah, true.
There's things that he does. Just like the people want to have disappearing cars. You put someone on ignore and then their cars are ghosts. That chaos is part of the attraction of APB. That when you have an item in your car and you're driving, you have a minute left and you're driving to the point and you're dodging other players who are doing their mission. That's part of the randomness and the chaos of the game that's addictive. Think about what that's going to turn into. Every time he does something, he makes a decision, it's neutering the game. What do you think this is going to be? Just like, look at the other aspects of the game. Let's say we're going to go play and we go into Financial One. When you go into Financial One, the city, APB is like no other game where the city takes on the personality of the people in the city, the players, between the customization of the players running around, between the billboards, the cars. You got the bunch of noob cars running around beeping their horns trying to grief a dump truck. You got the guy in the dump truck blasting classical music. But then you could go to Financial 2 and have a totally different experience. These are things that make APB unique. Now he wants to add phasing. And from my understanding, he wants it where you K up and then you get teleported to another server. Totally neuters the game. Totally new. You could go. Remember back in the day, back in 2013, 2014, when there were like 3 or 4 servers. You could go into each one and have a totally different experience. It would be a totally unique experience. Between one would have a bunch of clowns running around. You'd have people ram raiding. You'd have people running around dressed up like punk rockers, and it was just a unique experience for that server. He adds phasing, all that's gone. You're going to be hopping around, bunny hopping, server to server, and that whole thing of the servers taking on the identity of the players that are in the server, gone. It's stuff like that. He doesn't understand the magic. He just doesn't understand why people have a deep, intimate connection to this game. These are things, every time he makes a decision, it's something that neuters the game. Bounty. Look at the bounties. Bounties, there was bounty hunting since the beginning of the game.
That's something you enjoyed, I thought.
Yeah,
bounty hunting.
but Godford, there used to be clans. Anybody who played the games knows of the East Coast bounty hunters, the West Coast bounty hunters. Bounties was part of the game, that randomness that made it exhilarating. He removes it. Okay.
Right now with the...
Sorry, I was just eating them back. Sorry.
Right now with the mugging and stuff that I actually have been doing, like I got 195 with mugging only, but when I was actually doing with the bounties, it was 10 times harder to actually mug. Like you could actually die without any reason that you were actually already bounty, and that was actually dead. Like I feel like, okay, the bounty system can actually have maybe a change, a small change towards PvE content, in my opinion. But I don't really think that the bounty system needed to go actually away in its whole.
The problem with the bounty system.
Can I say one thing?
The problem with the bounty system is that there is
Pound
no
first.
benefit
Okay,
to
Pound,
being
sorry,
bounty.
Pound.
There's no benefit to being bounty. If they gave you, like, instead of going, I'm bounty, what the hell? Damn it, someone kill me. And it was like, hey guys, I'm bounty, keep me alive. Whether it would be you get like radar, something, some type of benefit to being bounty, then you could say, okay, that's kind of cool. Yay, I'm bounty. But there's nothing that's exciting. There's no you get some extra cash. That's about it.
Yeah.
But
What
if
did
you
you
want to
have?
stick
One
to the
thing,
bounty-
Pound. So you're saying bounty should be back, right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, well, imagine you're in a mission and you get bounty and you just get killed by people that are not in the mission and you lose the
So
mission because of
fucking
that.
what? You're a big
Dude,
boy.
what?
Deal with it. So what? It's been like
It's
that
gonna
since
ruin your
before.
mission, just
It's
that.
been like
It
that
makes it-
before. No,
Exactly,
it's
it was
been
like that before.
before you even heard of the game.
I
Stop
don't
yelling
agree
for a
on
second, man.
Johnny
thing.
come lately.
Yes, it
oh
was-
my
it
god!
was there
oh,
since
I
the
just
start.
fucked up my
Pound,
mission.
please.
Screaming at
Hey,
each other.
what the fuck is happening?
Fucking-
Relax.
Jesus,
It's
What's
been
going on?
around.
Let
Before
other
you
people
ever
talk in a
picked up the game.
conversation. All right.
Before you were ever ripping off other
so,
people's
man.
content,
Fuck.
the bounty was there.
Yeah, pound.
So what? Oh,
This
Please,
schizo
Pound.
shit.
How about
Stop
this?
talking.
No, just for you, Darleenko. Why don't we bring the bounty system back? And every
Just
time
keep
you
some
get
fucking
killed by your
monologuing, man.
bounty,
I
can't
we'll
hear
make
shit,
a
man.
safe space in social for you. You could have your safe space where you could sit there and get a coloring book.
Bro, how
A
is he still
little
talking?
Samparo coloring book.
I can't follow anything. Can I just I don't know.
Of course you
One by
can, because
one.
you're crying about dying in a mission. So
How is he
fucking
still
what?
talking?
Thousands of players
What do you
dealt
mean, man?
with
You're
it
not even playing
before
with
you.
Pound, please give me a second.
Why
Proxy
do you care
was
about
going to-
bounties when you're not even playing the missions, dude? You're sitting in fucking.
Why
He
do you
was
care about
bounty
bounties
hunting,
about
doesn't
when it was
matter,
going
like,
on before you even played the game?
Imagine,
Please.
you think you get bounty in social?
Pound, let's just say what.
Bounty should not be there. That's it.
Let's Proxy just
Buddy,
say
seriously,
his stuff.
you could
Hey,
stream
hey,
another
it's
few
my
years,
turn.
and
It's
you
so
still
cold.
won't have as many hours as me. So get as many hours streaming the game.
Oh, you're
as
saying-
I
It's so
could.
much.
What? I could spend the next 3
Please.
years in social, and I'd still have more hours doing missions and
Bro,
fighting in the game than
You
you.
don't
That
play
doesn't
the
make sense
fucking
at all. That
game.
literally
You
doesn't
son
make
of a
sense.
bitch.
Your
You
opinions
don't know.
about action districts do
Proxy,
not matter
no,
because
you
you
don't
don't
know what
play.
you're
You're
talking about.
schizophrenic.
Buddy,
keep
you
yelling.
don't
You
know
think
what
everyone's
you're
out to
talking
get you.
about.
It's called paranoia because you're
You
fucking
don't know what
schizophrenic.
you're talking
Can I
about.
talk now without
No,
you
why
Let-
would you say
monologuing?
stupid
Pound,
shit?
Fuck.
please.
Mister, I've got 337 hours streaming APB.
I
Listen
don't
to
care
me.
how many
Let me
hours.
talk.
You're still schizophrenic.
Schizophrenic my
Give me a
ass.
sec. Mute.
So
Okay,
great.
Wait, Pound, 1v1.
I've got
right now,
over
let's go.
5,000. I got every single hour of it. And how much you want to make
Okay,
a
so-
bet?
so I'm
I
not
still
doing this.
have more hours
I don't
doing
know, but
missions
I
than all
muted him
you
on my
guys
end, so I'm
combined.
very much
That's
calm
bullshit.
now.
That's bullshit.
Okay, Proxy, just talk. I
Okay,
muted Pound
so-
for a second.
So here's what I think.
That's
the
bullshit.
ba-
I know.
Wait. You can probably still hear Darleno, but no one else can. Here's the thing. I think the bounty system was inherently flawed. Just because it was there from the start doesn't make it a good system. What I
Exactly.
think it should do is queue up your bounty to end of mission, and then you can target people that are not in mission. And that's it. Right? You can't shoot someone who's flagged as on mission, and you can just start. So immediately the game's over. Imagine you could just, like, whoever won or lost, you instantly get bounty or whatever, and you start BM killing each other. It'd
Yeah,
be
then I
sick.
wouldn't have a problem
Like,
with that.
if
That's
you
fine,
actually
but
have
when you're-
bounty after the mission, I would actually say yes.
Then when you're getting, but when you're getting killed in mid-mission, when you're
It's not
fighting
fun,
actually
but-
against people
Unmute.
that are, good,
Pound.
and you get killed by some idiot that is imagine Pound sitting there and just going for bounties, dude, for you.
Yeah, it's
would
not
be
a
fucking
fun
annoying.
People
experience
have
to
been doing
lose.
that
Some-
for years.
Yeah, some
That's
people
bad.
did that
Good
for
if it's
years.
for you.
Just because it's happened for a long time doesn't
Yeah,
mean
it
it's a
doesn't mean
good
it's good,
system that's
No,
fun for
it's
people.
part of the chaotic random experience. It's part of the things, oh shit,
Don't play
I'm
GTA
bounty.
Online.
So now you're in a panic because now you hear cars pulling up and it's an intangible that's thrown into the game. It's part of the APB experience. You guys are so damn fucking sweaty that every time you get killed, it's like, oh my God, I died. Oh, it's like you're LeBron James or something. Driving the lane.
No, I'm
Who
white.
cares? You die. You die. It's part of the. If you're as good as you guys claim to be, you should be able to take on the whole damn server. Why are you crying about people coming at you when you're bounty? How often in a mission are you bounty?
Could you imagine someone
lot of
running on
times,
the?
actually.
Could you imagine someone running on the field on sports and you start swinging at people and just
it's
that's just part of the sport.
The chaotic experience. It's the chaos
doesn't
that
matter.
makes APB beautiful. It's
Okay,
the
but here's the
randomness.
thing. Wait, one quick thing. Here's the thing, though. Your opinion is wrong.
No, my
Proceed.
opinion is not wrong. First of all,
No, it's wrong.
It is wrong. It's wrong.
it's
Completely
not
wrong.
because it
Completely
is.
wrong.
Because you know why it's not wrong? That game, that whole bounty system was implemented by the people who created the fucking game.
Yes,
so
you can put.
now
You
you're
can make
saying
something
because
that isn't good.
somebody's gonna cry about interrupting a mission. I am right because the game was created by these folks who implemented a
opinion.
bounty system to augment the experience of the game.
Wrong opinion.
No, it's not. It's not wrong.
Wrong
It's
opinion.
100% fact that they intentionally implemented a bounty system in their vision of what the game is. Just because you don't like it doesn't change the vision.
If you calm your skits around for 1 second, I have another example. So back in the day, I don't know when you started playing or whatever, but back in the day, when you were gold 10, you were permanently revealed on the map, so everyone had map hack off you. Do you think that was a good idea?
Yes. The problem.
Wrong opinion.
The problem with the opinion. The problem.
Wait, you never reached fucking silver, so who cares? Right?
No. The problem is there was no advantage except for extra money for making bounty. That is the only problem. If it was like Homefront, where with the battle commander, where every time you reached a different level battle commander, you got a different buff, it would be different. But this is the way the game's always been. And for years, people didn't have a problem with it. Why? Because it was part of the game. It was part of the excitement. There were clans dedicated to bounty hunting.
But according to you, they intended the game to always permanently mark you on the map. But why did they remove it then? They removed it
because a bunch of sweaty sissies, when nobody had a problem.
Oh, that's a banned word. Can you kick him?
When people had no problem with it for years, never had a problem with it, then I started bounty hunting like everybody's been doing for years. Everybody ran to the forums. Pounds fucking Pounds
you were in a part of RTW beta, right, and alpha, but even in alpha and beta, we had issues with it. That's feedback that we had towards RTW at the time. And they were even addressing that issue at the time as well. But the point is, you can't make something, a system or whatever, a feature, and then remove it because it's not good. And that's what they've consistently done, try to improve the game. Just because a small percentage of people disagree doesn't mean that it's correct.
No, but that's part of the experience. Just because a bunch of snowflakes who get their feelings hurt every time someone interrupts. I'm not the minority in this. You think I'm the only person?
No, I haven't said so. I said you're a minority. That doesn't mean that you're exclusive.
Do you really think I'm the only person that thinks that the old bounty system was a better way to go? You really think I'm the only person?
Did I say that you're the only one? I said that you're a minority.
Don't you think? Don't you think more people were against that than for it?
No, because when there was more people in this game, people had no problem with it. They didn't have a problem with it. They had clans.
Yes, people had problems with the bounty system.
They loved it. They had no problem with it. It was part of the game. It was part of the APB experience. That's what it is. Thousands of people.
And look where the game is. It really was good.
Thousands of people played this and never had a problem with it.
Yes, people did have a problem with it, even since RTW, like I said.
A bunch of little sissies had a problem with it.
Just
not
because
back
you didn't
then.
hear the feedback.
Back in the day, before people started crying over
serious
everything
things
in the game.
like.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The only reason why you were in an action district was to hunt bounties, right? Because you never played any missions.
Once again, I still have more hours than you have, kiddo. I have more
Yeah,
hours
it
streaming
doesn't matter how much.
mission districts
So?
than you.
Does it matter
you
how
still
much
don't
tell
people?
me, don't make a comment.
Seriously,
You make
You're
a
still a
comment
worse
like
player.
that, and
Even
then
you
you
have
say
twice
Yeah,
the
so.
lifetime.
sorry.
Isn't that
I'm
embarrassing?
You say
done. I'm
so.
done. I'm done. I'm
Isn't it
done.
pretty
I'm
That's
done.
what
I'm
you
done. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. Like, this is it. Okay. You guys enjoyed the stream, but I'm fucking done. Like, you just. Like, I can just let them talk the whole time. Like, I'm gonna go away. Literally. So, it's you guys' choice. I want to make a poll. I have no idea how to make a poll. If there's a mod right now interested in putting a poll, yes or no, keep the stream on live, yes or no, I'll do it. But I'm actually done with this. Like, I'm just going to leave this call and do something else. I'm going to check my phone because I'm actually done. I don't want to actually listen more to this. Like, I'm literally done. I wanted to actually do a stream separate. They want to come together. Like, they can actually do it themselves. I just got a message from somebody. I'm just going to do this. There you go. And now you understand why I can't stand the retards. Bunch of men children. Kempington, if you're watching, I totally agree. Like, I'm going to actually leave right now. Like, I'm not gonna care. Yes? Okay, I'm leaving.
We want to hear Gordo speak for once, and now you're fucking shouting over everyone. Come on, man.
Because you run your fucking mouths and you expect me not to shout over you guys?
Punched.
Fucking hell, man.
I like this show.
Dude, this shit's epic.
Pound, how much do you bench press?
Really? You want to go there with me?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
No.
You really want to go there with me, little man?
Of course. What? I could bench press you, man. What do you mean?
You
and
can
Bilal
do
together.
nothing. Sorry,
I
kid. A
could
juice
bench press
box and a
you
pizza,
and
a plate
Bilal
of
on
pizza
top of you,
rolls
man. What do
isn't
you
fucking
mean, bro?
lifting. Cut it out, buddy. Cut it
I'm
out.
just saying the fact, man. Just saying.
You're not. Okay, see, what's that? Is it a pizza roll? What
Oh.
kind? Pepperoni? Pepperoni pizza roll?
Big Mac.
Is that
Big
what
Mac.
it is?
Big Mac.
I do
Oh.
really. I think the main part of this thing that obviously kills for new players coming in is not being able. Well, first of all, being able to figure out what the heck you're supposed to do when you first get into the game. I think that you were talking a little bit about this proxy is kind of like coming into the game and getting into the game and being able to participate.
Bullshit. It's the
Hey, let
shitty
him
community.
talk. Let him fucking talk. Relax.
Don't
dude.
tell me what to do.
Then
Who
act
made you
fucking-
Grand Poobah,
then act
Mr.
fucking
Pizza Roll?
polite to other
But-
people. Treat people with respect. Come on, let him
Oh yeah,
talk.
okay. Treat people like with respect. Ooh, let's make little
Hey,
snide
shh,
comments.
Let him
Let's
talk.
make little snide comments.
No, that's
on.
all. I just really wish that the experience
Gordo,
was-
call the community what they are. Call the community what
Legends.
they are.
yeah
Legends.
it's not good
Toxic
right now.
trash. A gentleman comes onto the. Everybody
Because
wants.
you
everybody
really
sits
seem
in
like a
district.
gentleman who's showing
Everybody
how to be polite
sits in
to
the
other people.
district.
Who
Oh,
shows
I'm
how to be
playing against the same
respectful.
people.
Yeah, you're really
I'm
standing up
playing
for yourself
against
there.
the same people. Oh my god. Oh my. Summon 1G comes. What does your fucking toxic Roach Motel fucking trashy community do? They harass the motherfucker.
Dude, I don't
The
think
guy's
anyone
bringing
wants you in the
10,000
community because how
eyeballs
you
on the
act.
community, and you motherfuckers.
Wait. Can I ask you that you thought you were specifically targeted, and do you not think that it's because of your personality when you act like this?
It's because of trashy people that
So
are
it's everyone else's fault,
it's
right?
a
It's always
trashy-
everyone
no,
else's fault.
It's
It's
a
never
trashy
my
community.
fault. Everything that
enabled
bad that
by
happens to me
Matt
is
Scott.
everyone
I
else's
do.
fault.
It's enabled by Matt
Fucking
Scott,
hell, it's
who
like
refuses to police his
low
own
IQ
game.
takes, man. What the
He
fuck?
refuses to police his own fucking game.
It's
You
literally
guys
the
don't
lowest
deserve the
IQ
game.
takes. What
Where
the
were the
fuck?
GMs? fucking 10,000 viewers got to see a bunch of trashy individuals harass a streamer. Way to go, guys. Way to go.
Imagine
Good
someone
job.
comes into a PvP section and sees you streaming social the whole time, dude. What is he gonna think of
Good
that?
job, guys.
Now he's representing the game
better
by
than
saying,
listening to Casio
Relax.
program
Wait,
number 3, demo number 3.
It's better than seeing someone sitting in social all day and yelling how bad the community is.
Yeah,
Do you not
exactly,
think
dude.
that's
Okay, I'm going to say one
Bullshit.
thing. If you guys are interested in listening,
Bullshit. A bunch
I'm
of
just
potato
standing here,
graphics listening to
not
fucking
doing anything.
bad
Guys,
fucking...
At least
For
they're
me,
showing
there's
the
actually
game
a
how
failed
it's
project.
played.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Thanks
Showing
for
the
this.
game in 1997 graphics?
Yes.
So what?
Ooh, that's
It's better
good.
than it's better than sitting in social and
Is
complaining
it
all
really,
day.
though?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes.
Watching you guys say, get wrecked, get good, you piece of shit,
And get
teabagging
good.
people. Yeah, that's going to get people to want to play the game. Your
Then
potato
maybe-
graphics,
Wait,
your
How is
Casio
social streaming
here,
gonna
your
get
demo
people to
number
play?
3,
Wait,
and
is that
you
it?
guys
You're mad
talking
'cause you're
about your
bad?
trashy talk.
Wait, is that it? You're mad because you're bad? That's fucked up.
Is that what you're going to come with?
Wait,
Oh,
that's
I'm
fucked
mad
up.
because
dude.
I'm bad? You're mad because
Bro,
I
you just
don't
need to
care
practice.
about
No,
your
no.
ability.
Sorry, I can't take it anymore. If you guys want to go, sure. This was not what I actually wanted. The only thing is actually two people yelling at each other and the rest can't speak. Like, thanks. Thanks to whoever there is, like... This is just, like, I've tried to actually do the 10th anniversary as good as possible for APB. Wanted to do something else. Sorry, I just can't. Like, for me, this is not fun. This is literally not fun for me. Like, I gave you guys your fun. Like, is that how the community wants to actually go further in it? Like, I'm literally done. Everybody may know it. Like, if you want to leave, yeah, sure, go ahead. Like, I'm done. Like, I wanted to actually have a conversation, normal conversation, and whatever. I saw what Kempington said. TzickyT, stop being drama. Like, it's drama. Like, the thing that I wanted to do is actually get a good conversation with people from past things. What do I get? What do you get? You guys want only shit drama. That's the only thing that you guys want. Shit drama. That's it. Like, I'm fucking done. Like, okay, I'm talking. No. Yeah, sure. No, nobody in the fucking community can do actually a good talk. Like, I had a good talk when I did the 10th anniversary. I just will post the 10th anniversary with Kempington and with Bug Monkey. Like, I'll do that. The fuck? Really? Like, sorry to Pound for actually going there and fucking up my evening. Like, the fuck? Thank you very much. Also, if I'm actually trying to say something, the only thing is talk, like, directly going into fights. Like, I'm a person who actually has patience. Like, I trust to have patience. I have trust in people. I want to actually have a normal conversation. No, the first thing that I actually say, I ask everybody to actually be calm. Like, don't go into fights. The first thing that goes into a fight, it goes into fights. I know that I'm not really a good person who actually goes into a certain way of actually communicating or stopping people with doing what they actually want, but please keep a chat normal before I actually explode. Like, I have a tendency to explode. I explode against my mother. Like, sometimes not on a good place, sometimes on a good place. I get that. Please. Like, I know I have the most issued people in the whole community right now on my stream. I know that. Like, Summit 1G, the update is today. Yes, it's already live. If you want to play it, go ahead, play it. I'm just actually raging on the community. My bad. Welcome to APB Reloaded, and welcome to my stream. Much appreciated. But sorry, I'm actually fucking irritated by what people have to actually rage against each other. I'm just flaming. Like, I'm literally flaming. I'm going to join back, like, for once. And if I hear one more fucking yell and scream against each other, or if it's going to actually on bad words, I'm just out. I'm fucking dipping. I'm literally dipping. And I hope that this game can die at that point, because I want to actually bring this back. Bring this game to a certain understanding of actually having a proper community. But sadly enough, nobody can actually do anything with this. I've been doing this for so many years already. To actually have a proper and enjoyable stream, no, it didn't work. Like, I've been streaming APB for the last 10 years. Still here. Thank you. Sorry, I just went out of my things.
So I don't know, man.
You guys,
his mom's hot, but I don't think she's that hot. Like, Zicky's mom is really good looking when she wears.
Wait, he's back. Don't shoot. He's back.
Join
Hey,
please.
Zicky, welcome back.
Like, I know that I shout to my mom, and I know that things can actually get irritating. I was even like, look, you guys are okay when you actually stream. All four of you. Like, I enjoyed a lot of streams of you guys. Either his way, like, either everybody has another way of actually talking about stuff on APB. I enjoy it that much. Also, Darleenko, you're constantly talking about drama.
Yes.
I can totally understand that. It gives you more than 90 viewers, and you have also the Russian community with you. Congrats on that.
Bro,
Pound,
drama is life.
Yeah, fuck that. Pound, you're a great guy. You have a lot of stuff to say. You have a lot of good points. Sometimes I don't agree on you, and I'm sorry. That's how I actually live with you and have thoughts about you. I have good conversations with you, and I have other conversations where I don't get anything what you say.
Does this have anything to do with your mom?
I don't even want to actually talk about my mom right now. I'm just pissed as fuck. Gordoismyname, I have nothing to say about you. You have one of the best starting conversations I had from this community in a long time when I actually first met you. That's the only thing I can actually say to you. And Proxy, you have one of the best ideas of actually creating the idea of how monetization in this game works. I totally understand how that. I don't totally understand how this goes. I'm just going to actually over my head. Like, that's the only thing I have to do. But you four, actually, no. You two, like Proxy and Pound, also Darleenko. I know that Pound has a lot of issues with you. I didn't want to actually put you as a group in one go. Like, I didn't. Don't blame it on me. I'm almost crying about this, and yeah.
Sorry for
When
stressing
was
you
the
out,
last
man.
time you had fun?
Oh, sorry for stressing you out, man.
I'm
We're
stressed.
having
I'm
fun.
We're just
literally
chilling here,
going
man, for
like this. I'm literally going like this. If you can actually see the stream, I'm literally going like this. Like, I'm
how are you
literally
going?
standing there, and you
Literally?
guys are
Hold on, let me get
totally.
the stream on. Can you show me again? Hold on, let me get the stream up. Show me again. What were you doing?
Zicky.
Jazz hands. Oh my God, you're doing jazz hands?
No,
I'm
this is
sorry.
actually my hands trailing from actually needing to speak to guys like you.
Listen, from the bottom of my heart, I never meant to give you jazz hands. All right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody did, buddy.
I did not expect it. I could see maybe a little tap dancing we could cause, but never jazz hands.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest. We
I'm
had fun
fucking
here, right?
stressed. Like, you guys actually,
Yeah.
I'm trying to actually accomplish
We had fun,
something
Ziggy,
that
that's what
is
matters.
a good stream. I found
good
like
stream.
this went actually to shit totally for already an hour.
No,
So thanks for this.
Zicky, I think that while it's this has conflict, right? Definitely conflict. There's definitely good things that have been said here, and it's nice
Jazz
to have.
hands.
Yeah, it's nice to have Darleenko involved and everybody here talking. It's good, and
I mean, that's what-
it's
yeah.
it's what it's about. That's how things get
Exactly.
better.
That's what the show is about. Like, so people have different opinions. So it's alright.
Can
Yeah, I just didn't want to actually go into everybody actually dissing each other. Like, I had a lot of dissing.
That was just for
Like,
jokes, man. For the show, man. Come on.
Can I get
That's
one
what
minute?
guys
Proxy,
do.
let Proxy talk.
I just want to reply to Summit. So 64-bit helps by setting a foundation where they can actually make changes. In the previous engine, they couldn't really do anything because it was just spaghetti code, all everything, right? But now they actually have a foundation that they can start working on, like actual improvements on the game, right? And that's what we're hoping that they're going to be doing now, and not just calling it a day by having 64-bit out.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't even see that Summit was there. Yeah, the 64. To add on to what Proxy's saying, that 64-bit is performance compilation. It also adds a lot graphically if you have a more modern card that can take advantage of basically APBs being recompiled with more enablements that they kind of get out of the bag. So that's all good.
And it can run on modern hardware, so you don't have to like sit on a 1080 to play the game or something.
Right.
So those are
Exactly.
huge.
Yeah, it's all good stuff, and it hopefully will run so much better for everybody.
Okay. If we exclude anti-cheat, what is the biggest thing all of you guys would want in the game, like to be implemented, like a feature you think of?
Okay,
Besides anti-cheat.
I'm just going to do one thing. You guys have all one question to each other, and that's I'm going to call it that. Then I'm going to get somebody else on the stream.
Okay.
One question. Like, Proxy, you go first. If you want to actually ask a question to anyone, just to one person.
Just to one person?
Yes.
Can I?
And don't go into conflict.
No, I just want everyone's opinion about like what is their key feature that they think would make APB like the better game for them.
Okay, I will accept
Specifically,
that.
one thing.
Remove griefers. That's like actually a big issue also, to be honest.
True.
Besides having a shit anti-cheat, also having idiots griefing you, I would say like, do something instead, then I guess the game would be already more fun.
Okay, Pound?
Yeah.
Pound?
Little orbit to police their own game.
I have no idea what that means.
Police. Enforce their terms of service, their imaginary terms of service.
Yeah.
Okay, Gordo?
I would love to see the game reward players for more than just killing. To where if you're a good teammate and you work together, there's some better reward in the game, and you can move up leaderboards and what have you.
They did
More
that
than
years
just
ago,
killing.
actually. They actually
Yeah,
added that a few years ago.
I think it's a great thing. I really like that, so people can play more as a team and feel like they're contributing and not just it's kill or I'm not helping. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
I'm just going
do we
to
have
also
this?
say something about this. Sorry, I just want to actually have a new mugging system. I'm sorry, I'm the weird guy.
Mr.
A
Mugger.
new mugging session?
I want to actually revamp on the witnessing system.
Yeah.
Wait, you want it removed or revamped?
Revamped,
What's wrong with the
revamped.
witnessing system?
It's
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
it's
What's
toxic.
your issue with it?
You die, it's finished. You get
No, it's
witnessed,
not.
you die, it's finished. That's how it is.
Oh hell no.
Oh, trust me.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, Proxy.
No.
What's your what do you want actually on your own question? Do you want to answer on your own question?
I would want a focus on like a good in-game economy, so that there's a reason to like actually get the money and stuff from the missions. Otherwise, yeah, you can stack up hundreds of millions of APB cash, but you got nothing to spend it on.
Okay, Gordo, what is your question to one person in this?
Oh, brother.
You can choose whoever, just one question to one person. Don't want to actually take this long anymore.
Let's see. My one question would be to... I'm going to ask Pound something.
Okay.
Let's see. Pound...
Risky.
Yeah, here we go.
2 inches.
How many times do you think you've been team killed? Just roughly.
Roughly
Roughly.
thousands.
Yeah, okay. I would accept that.
Okay. Pound, what is one question to anyone?
How long before you secede that this game is over? What's your benchmark? When does it get to the point where people
Mine opinion?
finally say, you know what, this game is done,
My opinion?
it's over?
Or whose
All
opinion?
your guys' opinions. All of your guys' opinions. When does the threshold become, hey man,
5 years.
it's over? So 10 years under Little Orbit.
5 years. Yes.
Darlena, your take.
Wait, what? I didn't listen to the question. Can you ask again? Sorry.
How long
When will
until the game shuts
the
down?
game die?
When I think the game is gonna die?
Yes.
You finally
I don't
sit
think-
there
I don't
and
think the
say,
game is
you
gonna
know
die,
what,
actually.
we're done.
Okay. Proxy?
To me, it's either that they get their shit in order and like we have maybe like 5-6 years of like, some population, or I think they would shut down within like 1 year from now if they actually can't get a profit from the project.
Gordo?
I'm kind of heading with what Proxy thinks there. I really do. I think that they're going to make some changes that are fundamental, and they're going to float it and see how it does.
Okay. Yuriko, what is your question to anyone? You're the last
I
one.
don't really have any. Sorry. I don't
You
have
really
any.
have no questions.
No, I'm just chilling.
Okay. Well,
One question though. When is Pound gonna come back to the APB? That's the
Pound?
one question I have.
Oh,
When
that
Are you
is
Matt-
going to
good.
come back to APB?
That is
when
good.
Matt Scott squares up with me.
Oh,
He
so
has,
Okay.
he has a breach of contract with me. We had an agreement. I upheld my part of the agreement for a whole year. He did not uphold his. So when he approaches me and he corrects that situation, then I may come back to APB. But
Okay.
until
That was-
then, I'm not going to help him make money. I like Matt on a personal level. I honestly do. But no.
Thank
That
you
was a
for
good one.
all being here.
Why
I'm
are you
just going
here,
to switch people. Thanks for the show.
Thank you very much, Siki.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
buddy.
Joe.
Thanks, guys. It was
Take
good
it
talking
easy,
to you,
Zicky.
man.
We were having fun, buddy.
I'm
This is a
not.
part.
Okay. Then I'm calling. Like, I don't know if he's going to be here. Hello?
Hello.
It's been a while. Sorry. Like, I'm still stressed. If you want to go actually on cam, you can.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I'm just suggesting. I'm just suggesting. If you don't want to, it's fine. I'm just going to actually put the Discord anyway on, so everybody can actually see that I'm actually with Kempington in here. The only person that I would actually suggest, if he wants to come online, is Summit. If he has actually some questions about APB, we can always answer them. If he wants to actually join us, because you, had some contact with him, I thought. But it doesn't
to the
matter.
tune of 10 years ago, maybe.
Well, he was talking to you about you actually yesterday, so it's kind of interesting.
I'll be honest, I need to rewatch like some
Give me a
summer
sec.
streams. Yeah. Sorry, Summit. I've been meaning to watch your streams. I've just been a lazy arsehole.
Okay, you are interested in talking? Like,
Yeah, just you know me, obnoxious as fuck and wanting to leave my opinion everywhere when it's not needed.
okay, I'm sorry that. Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. Like I thought I'd chime in because you're doing a thing. It's kind of big, and here's me trying to fucking leech clout again. No, not really. It's kind of a bit like. I'll be honest. It is kind of a big time for APB again, but this time we actually have results, which is a huge difference from the last sort of 12 years. There's been some updates that have happened on occasion, and Reloaded Productions are able to do a couple of things, but ultimately it's been Little Orbit that have been putting a lot of the backbone, a lot of the legwork in, and putting a lot of the hard work in to actually try and move the game forward in a direction that pleases the community. Now, ultimately, how successful have they been over the last 5-6 years? I would say moderate to minimal. They were able to get various systems out, including the trade system and a couple of other little bits and bobs to help improve quality of life, but ultimately there were still so many problems plaguing the game that were still present all the way from the first version of the game, more or less, if you really want to think about it that way. Including RTX card crashes and other hardware incompatibility, but the game's bloody ancient at this point. So you're basically saying, hey, we need to, this tech from 10 years in the future needs to be backwards compatible with a game that barely runs even on tech from its own time.
Do you think that actually APB would actually be on this point? Like, would it be, would you say that Allo or actually a company would actually fix this game?
I think Hello have the capability of doing it, yes. The problem is time frame.
Yeah.
We're already running on bought time as it is. APB was dead to rights years ago, really. When not Little Orbit, oh my gosh.
RTW.
When, not RTW, when Reloaded Productions just basically doubled down on the whole, no, we need to make as much money in the short term as possible.
Yeah, they milked it. Like, I always heard that they milked the company multiplayers. Like, I've hated that. Like, I didn't play between 2016, or didn't really play actively between 2016 and 2017 or 17 and a half. Like, at a certain time I was actually done with actually the cheaters in the game. Like, in 2016 I felt like it was unplayable because of certain people. But yeah, I still actually enjoyed APB. Like, I like the mechanics. I like leaning left, looking over the right shoulder, looking over the left shoulder, strafing, crouching. Like, maybe there would actually be an awesome add-on to the mechanic, like running onto walls, like or jumping on walls, so you can actually do a double jump. If you actually have a wall or anything, so you can actually jump over the fences. That would actually be awesome, in my opinion.
So, sorry, just to interject and point on that idea. It's funny you should bring that up, because obviously we had that APB Vendetta thing going on, which essentially was them going, hey, let's make Action Half-Life, but in the APB universe. I think, honestly, if there was a bit more move tech in the game, like, they need to be careful with this, because they need to make sure that the move tech doesn't force the player into certain animations and directional movement. It needs to be as fluid as the majority of the movement outside of direct interactions like kicking open a door or vaulting over a fence. If they had like things like you mentioned where you could like wall kick, for example, just to change direction quickly, or just other little bits of move tech. Maybe, for example, you could like silently open a door instead of kicking it open. It takes a little bit longer, and instead of kicking open a door which takes about a second, it would take, say, 2 or 3 seconds to just slowly open the door gently. So you wouldn't hear the door open, it would just gently open, and then someone runs through afterwards. So you could kind of sneak people in that way. But I mean, it ultimately then you have to look at the soundscape and improving the soundscape of APB as well.
Slide under cars. I see Summit 1G already dreaming.
The thing is, I think if
on
APB
Vendetta,
wants...
there was actually a clip
Yeah.
on Vendetta where you actually could slide under the car, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
There was a bit... Yeah, there was they did... Quenthel did like a small gameplay video of it, I think, back in the day, where it shows them sliding under a vehicle, kick jumping off a wall, and then basically just running up this...
I loved the idea actually being in the normal APB, but I know that due to certain things that was not possible, but
It's a funny... I'll tell you this right now. The real story behind the Vendetta video and the Kickstarter initiative is hilarious. TechMech was a nut job. I'm going to tell you right now.
I heard a lot about that
He was
guy.
a complete maniac. The problem was in the last... So we're saying Little Orbit took over May 2017. That's technically when the deal went through and they bought the rights to the IP.
Wasn't it 2018?
No, 2017. May 2017 is when they bought the rights to APB. They just didn't have everything finalized yet, hence no announcement.
Oh, okay.
And then there was an announcement subsequently a little bit later, but for the most part, that's when it was. Now, what? So the years leading up to that, from about 2014, so the last 3 years of Reloaded Productions, TechMech couldn't make a decision on what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they were actually working on a Battle Royale game mode back then because they wanted to add another game mode to the game. And I think... I can't remember all the bloody dev names. Andrevold actually made quite a lot of progress on that, but there were some limitations. And ultimately, TechMech then decided to scrap the idea and move on to something else. Then the engine upgrade came back and forth multiple times, and they just fell over backwards on it. And then eventually, when the original dev team that they were trying to work with on the engine upgrade failed and fell through, they then turned to Raven and I can't remember the specific names here. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem.
It was like Raven and the publisher was Raven something, which was like a subsidiary of I can't remember all of them now. It's too long now.
Ik ben hier bezig nog. Sorry, my dad.
No, it's all right. So
Met streamen voor 152 man.
So Workshop Entertainment were the second company that they got on board to try and make the game work on console. And when they originally realized that they couldn't upgrade put the game on console, hence the engine upgrade, that's where the original idea came from. But ultimately, yes, they couldn't make up their minds. So, sorry, I'm kind of...
I'm going to need to actually shut down because my mother is actually coming and she's actually going to yell.
Okay, no problem at all. Well, appreciate the Raven's Court, that was it. It was Raven something, I couldn't remember it. In any case, I think I'm still not gonna play APB. Sorry, that's not happening.
I can totally understand you not playing. Like, you have been playing the game for longer than me, to be honest.
It's not a question of time or how long I've spent on it. There are other reasons which I've already gone into detail on my stream countless times. I'm not going to do it here. It's not the point. But I think it's looking interesting. I'll be interested to see what the next months and year of APB bring.
If you ever actually are interested in actually doing or coming into another show. Oh no, well, my mom is going crazy. If you ever want to actually come on the show, if I actually do have one, when my mother actually let me, I'll do one. And I'll contact you. Thanks for actually joining the show. No I'm going to actually bundle this up and we will actually host somebody.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Die zever is hier bijna gedaan.
Bijna gedaan?
Ja, als je...
Binnen een uur?
Nee, binnen 5 minuten.
En als je van dat kot hier bijna moet stuk afbreken.
Ik heb hier geen kot afgebroken.
Alle wat binnen, van te rollen en van te stampen.
This is living with parents. when you're 31. Oh well, let's host somebody. We are in the APB community. We are going to host somebody. Thank you for Summit 1G to actually being here. Much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed the show. This APB community is in a nutshell at itself. Welcome back to playing it, and I hope you will enjoy APB as much as you can with lesser grievous. But yeah, thanks for watching all. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm just going to host somebody that actually deserves a raid, in my opinion. I was going to get him on the show, but sadly enough, he didn't. Let me just check if he's actually still here. He's still streaming, so I'm just going to do it. Just give a like, give a follow, and much appreciated for joining. Till next time, and see you later. Oh yeah, I need to wait for the raid to actually happen. He's gonna actually explode, I think. Thanks for watching. Ben aan het afsluiten!